The Apprentice bushman and myself are going for a stealth camp. We found a nice little spot in the middle of town, so we're on our way to there now. So this is a heavy vehicle bypass at the moment. We're just following this up, so we'll be going that way. Okay, we're what you call the dead center of town at the moment, so I'm going to hold up here until the sun can drop down a bit. I'll just give you a bit of a look around.
A pretty good dead sleep here, I reckon.
Okay, tonight we're just doing a stealth camp. So stealth camping is camping in undesignated areas without being seen or heard. And so tonight we'll be just showing the Apprentice bushman several ways of keeping undetected. We're not camping here tonight, we're just killing a bit of time. The place here is dead quiet. Just waiting for the sun to set. So this is what I think sums up everyone's life. You can just make out this person's name. So it's Catherine. Given a couple generations, we're all going to end up with a name on a wall, forgotten about, and just left. Unless you do something freaking awesome or so bad that you're remembered for it. Okay, it's 5:50 Friday night. Got market people, they're all starting to set up. So tomorrow this place will be full. So there'll be a lot of movement throughout the night while this place gets set. So across the road here, this is where we'll be going. Not looking dodgy at all. So you got a nice big juniper in the centre. So we're looking at going over there, but we're not going to head straight to it, are we, Apprentice bushman?
I'm going over to the seat over there because I've got an icebreaker here.
Oh yes. So we've already carried out a reconnaissance of this place.
Yep, I haven't.
I have, it's okay.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing, so it doesn't make any difference.
So that's where we'll be held up in there. They've got an alternate position under this Chinese elm, or we have a tertiary position behind or underneath that larger bush there. But that position is too close to that house. Where position number 1, we have places now blocking that from view. And we have another house out the back here, but there's enough backdrop to stop all that from view as well. So the town centre is just over this hill here. So what we're going to do now,
I'm going to get my torch out.
Torches.
Before it gets dark.
Nice and bright. So to avoid that, do a couple of different ways. So I've got a small one here. I've used a Nico and just coloured in the lens itself. So this is a 3 watt LED. gives you enough light. This one is a little bit better. Instead of Nico, there's a couple different ways we can do this. Got a balloon. Rubber bands are shite. Covered. So red light. Red light is a low signature sort of wavelength, and it also is doesn't inhibit your night vision. So night time, red light, nice little bush like this, you'll be less likely to be seen.
Look at that swimming shirt. Well, sweat rag, mozzie net, gloves. Metho stove made out of a Coke can. Binoculars. Ration. A sleeping bag in the bottom. And a canvas ground sheet. Powder milk. Coffee in case I get real thirsty. A poop-in bag. Secateurs, so clip them away in. Batteries. Head torch is already on me, ready for dark. In here I've got a bottle to pee in. There's something else in there. Can't remember what it is now. Oh, metho. There's metho in there. Bit of duct tape for repairs. Insect repellent beacon bottle of water. Just a bottle in that side. This one here. Picked up some bush tucker along the way. That's for my teeth. Little spade. A knife. Just a first aid kit and a poncho, and that's it.
So nice simple kit, pretty much what's needed. None of this extra crap that people take camping. This is pretty much the bare bones of it. So my equipment's basically the same. I've got sleep gear, 24 hours rations, I've got 2 bottles of water, canteen cup, mozzie repellent, hoochie, first aid kit, and schmug. So on the side there I've got diamond files, and I've got a small fire lighting kit. The pack itself, it's a nice small recon bag, and that weighs maybe 5 kilo tops.
I think I got 12 kilo, I think I got in that. Nice. How many K you reckon you walk?
We only stomped out maybe 2K today.
We can tell everyone 10.
Yeah, we could.
We could say 10, but
Yeah, so we walked 30 Ks today. We had a vehicle insertion to a location 2 Ks away, then we just came in on foot. Foot infiltration. Now we're just chilling. Can't do too much until it's dark and everyone else is busy setting up stuff across the road. People at the back here, they won't bother us. Just going for a stroll around the park. Looks like they'll be having a party over there tonight. People drive past, don't take any notice. That's our house for tonight. Nice big juniper. So this will be the last time we'll walk forward of our stealth camping site. This will be up inside that juniper. Tomorrow morning this place is going to look completely different. Big no-no, if you have a hide, you don't walk forward of it, especially during daylight hours. So after you complete your hide, if the terrain and the, I'm going to say, threat levels dictate, you then could possibly, but it's really not advised. So this is the Chinese elm that's down behind the primary location. There's plenty of spot in there, and underneath the main elm itself. You can see it's fairly dark, so unless we have poor light and noise discipline, we should be fine. There's people coming over to the parks now. Time to hide. Okay, we're inside the hide. Can't quite see much at the moment. There's some lights at the showgrounds. We've got a party about 200 metres out that way. There's a heap of kids running around playing Tiggy and hide and go seek. So I'm just going to lay low for a bit. Try and get our gear ready for the night. It doesn't look like much at the moment, but got a fair bit of room. This juniper is fairly thick, so it's giving us a lot of cover. Okay, we're just going through and setting up our sleeping spaces, and then I'm going to dig a bit of a pit and set up, and I'm going to put a brew on. So it'll be pretty much minimal sort of light coming out of it. So I got the pack in between my legs. When you pack your bag, you have to, biggest thing is just to remember what you have where. That way you don't have to have turning on lights and pretty much turn yourself into a big beacon just because you're trying to find the smallest of things in your bag. So I got, I don't know if you can see it. So that shiny thing, it's a little shovel, just a small fold-up shovel. It there it is, sort of. Oh, you can't quite see it. But if you take anything out of your pack, make sure it's only that one thing. Do your pack up, use your item. When you're finished with it, put it away. That way you don't have gear strewn everywhere. And if you do need to pick up at any time for any reason, you just grab your bag and go. So I'm making a small scrape here, cleaning all the top litter off, pushing it to one side. So that's going to be my spore, so I can use it to recamouflage tomorrow morning. Pretty much leave no sign at all that we were here. So I'm going to dig a bit of a hole in here, and that way I can put my stove in, be able to cover the top with shmarg and be able to make a brew. Okay, you can't quite see it. I've got a little gas stove and I've buried it. That's going, and it's heating up a pot of water. See if we can try and find this light there. So I've put up this mound of dirt, I've mounted my pack, and I've put my sleeping bag up to try and shield as much light as I can. The party seems to be pretty well roaring over there now. Got my pack and sleeping bag, and there's a car. So I'm laying on top of my bivvy bag because this ground's a bit damp. Now, cooking in a hide. So if you're out hunting, doesn't matter what critter you're after, this sort of thing should be done during daylight hours and not in the hide, because this is just going to leave scents, especially if you're after big things like deer. This the smells from here alone is just going to travel. So, cooking done in daylight hours, away from your hide. Okay, morning. It's about 10 to 5 Saturday morning, 12 degrees. So for the last half hour, the people at the markets have been moving around, setting up. Got me got the kettle on again. I'm making a brew and just trying to keep quiet. John's moved out, just out the back, so he can do his old man thing. Alrighty, so when there's a bit more light, we'll get back in here and show you what it looks like inside here. So we're gonna go in now. Just film just inside, show you what it looks like, and just sterilise our area so it doesn't look like anyone's been in there. And while we went in there yesterday, I did notice there was a little bit of rubbish, so we'll clean up that as well, and yeah, just tidy the area up and be on our way again. There's a nice room underneath here. Bits of rubbish. Yeah. So now we just want to camouflage the sort of our spore as well. So gotta fill in the hole. I'll throw some camo over the top of it. And while I'm under here, I'm looking at some really nice timber for making bows. That long length of juniper there, it's probably about a maybe 60-inch. I'll come back for you later. I think another short bow is going to be in the project soon. clean up my bit short. So I cut 2 small branches last night which were hanging down, so they're already dead, but it's a bit of dirt. So I put a bit of dirt on the cuts. I was already like it. So I just want to take away the look of anything that's too fresh as well. Now, there's not much we can do really about the camouflage under here. It's just a matter of covering all the spore up. In a couple hours, that'll that dark area, you can see the wetter soil, that'll blend back in. Got a couple of rubbish here. Oh, got more rubbish. Nice spot in here. You can see things like this where you put your knee, your feet. Just make sure it's all covered up. And leave the area better than the way you found it. Don't really want to spoil this for others. It's about 5:30 now. See them, a lot more people have turned up. It's been setting up. Their house for the night. So pretty good area.